Alright, welcome everyone yet again to another Ticket Freaks 212. I'm your host Carlos, and as always, we're here to talk to you about movies. On today's video segment, we have Z Movies. This is a part of the show where I talk about the latest movie I've seen. On today's Z Movies, we have Kick-Ass 2. The costume high school hero Kick-Ass joins with a group of normal citizens who have been inspired to fight crime in costume. Meanwhile, the Red Mist plots an act of revenge that will affect everyone Kick-Ass knows. Made in 2013 as an action comedy crime, directed by Jeff Wadlow, screenplay also by Jeff Wadlow and Mark Miller. Cast includes... Alright, let us begin. So, Chloe Grace Moretz. She's actually a terrific actress, I believe. Honestly, I loved her in Hit Girl, as Hit Girl. She's actually the one who I truly believe is carrying the movie itself. In the first one and the second one, she's actually in this movie is pretty much well known that she is the one who is the top dog of superheroes. So I got to give her credit on that. She's really doing her part as an actress and as a performer.
My daddy made me promise I'd never stop defending this city.
Oh God.
Aaron Taylor, he's always going to be kick-ass. Unfortunately, on this movie, you don't get to see him in his super heroic, built-up shape.
Oh, take your tampon out, Dave.
You do get to see a little bit of him because he has a chance to show his muscles and stuff, showing that he actually put the effort in becoming a superhero. But in the costume itself, you can't really see it, so that's a little disappointing. All in all, though, he's still a great actor. It's still a great performance, and the story has developed between Chloe and Aaron Taylor's character, so that's pretty cool. I'm okay with actors being replaced, because of scheduling, because conflicts, because of they just wanted more money and they couldn't offer, the production wouldn't offer them. Okay, cool, all of that, but I'm not okay when two actors have to be replaced in the same movie, especially when they're the main characters, or one of the most important people in the characters in the story. So a little disappointed in that problem. When I can accept Edward Norton's Hulk being changed into Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, even as a main character, I can accept that. However, I can't accept when two characters in a movie have changed. So let's talk about the bipolar conflicts in this movie, which kind of made me a little bit disappointed. Bipolar meaning there was some yes and no situations happening, good and bad, all that stuff. It was so overwhelming. And considering the fact that the story was just crammed full of just all this, trying to put all these character stories and information and stuff into them, it was a little devastating in that because it made it harder to focus and concentrate on which movie or which character we're focusing on, or the backstory of that and all this and that. I thought it was confusing. Plus, like I said, the conflict, the bias conflict that was in there, I didn't like that as well.
Promise me that you will never dress up in that outfit again. We try to have fun. Otherwise, what's the point?
I will give the movie its character-added heroes and villains. I like that. That was pretty cool.
The anticipation's killing me.
Especially the nicknames they got and all that stuff. But the characters that were added in this movie, you didn't have to hear an entire background story about their story. They just made it simple to the point, which I thought was really good. And I really wish they would have gone with that in the entire movie with all this other particular stuff.
The good guys, they're the dead guys.
Franz, wieder. Oh, Jesus! Yeah, there's a dog on your back.
If you watched the first one, you would know what the second one was pretty much going to lead towards. So you didn't really need to explain so much details in this story, but they did, and that's what I was a little bothered by. But characters itself were pretty cool.
What's the birdie?
So yeah, I gotta give him that. Especially Jim Carrey, his performance. I thought his performance was pretty entertaining. He still got it, even though he didn't support this movie because he went towards a different route for. He didn't want violence to be supported and stuff like that. You gotta let that go, Jim. It's not the fact that you're supporting violence. There's a difference between supporting violence and there's a difference between entertainment. And honestly, this was entertainment, not supporting violence. Just throwing that out there.
There were more and more people joining us every night.
I'm gonna make Kick-Ass pay for what he did to my dad.
It wasn't as good as the first one, I'll tell you that. As a matter of fact, I think there was the uprising of the villain in this movie. As we already know, if you've seen the first one, you would know the second one, who the uprising of the villain was going to be.
Where did they get a load of me?
There was still something that had to make the villain become its own villain. In this one particular scene, I thought it was terrible because I really think I was mixed feelings on if they should have gone a different route, if it was necessary, if it wasn't necessary. Maybe it wasn't necessary because you would have to add this information into this movie, which I guess would bother. It's already way too much crammed in there. Or maybe it wasn't necessary, and I think that was just a terrible scene on how it happened. If you guys want to know what I'm talking about, please feel free to email me or write to me on Facebook, and I'll explain to you. It's going to be a spoiler alert, of course, but if you guys want to know what I'm talking about, I'll tell you what it is.
A world full of superheroes, huh?
All in all, I gotta say, out of this, if I had to rate this from 1 to 5, I would rate this at a 2. Not as good as the first one. Like I said, bipolar conflicts. Story had, I believe, crammed too much things into it. The actors had to be changed. 2 actors had to be changed. The movie wasn't too fun. One particular scene was terrible, of the uprising of the villain. That's all I gotta say about that. So yeah, that's why I give it a 2. It's still watchable. All in all, it's not for everyone, I would say. It's for the teenagers or the ones in the younger age to want to watch a really crazy movie. And not only that, if you're an adult and you like hero movies, but you're okay with the tolerance of violence and blood going around it, this would be a movie you could be accepted to watch. So that's all I gotta say about that. Anyways, that's gonna do it for us today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Please subscribe or tell a friend. I hope to see you guys in the next video segment, okay? Peace.